Hey everybody, no matter who you are, I think we can all agree that shame is not a fun emotion to have. It sucks on so many levels because you can feel ashamed about being ashamed, about being ashamed, about being ashamed. It's the negative emotion that just keeps on giving. So in this episode of Coach Yaydan, we're gonna go over some practical tools to de-shame yourself. And along the way, I'm going to reveal some of my own dirty laundry that I used to feel ashamed about. Stay tuned. As usual, please like, subscribe, and comment. I like to call shame a great negative emotion multiplier. In this episode, I'm gonna use shameful examples from my personal life to prove a point, so you'll get to know a lot about me. This week, I found myself on social media a lot. I was trying to figure out a new social media strategy, okay? And I joined TikTok. And literally, you guys, I saw that when I joined, I had 200 followers. Not 200,000, 200 followers. My first feeling was, I busted my ass to get to 20,000 on Instagram, 17,000 on Twitter, and now I have to start all over with this TikTok business? Oh my God. And then I found some of my colleagues on TikTok, and I found people who had 200,000 followers, 100,000 followers, people killing it on TikTok. I started getting really overwhelmed. And then I found myself starting to get jealous of people who had bigger followings, right? Because they did something right that I didn't get right. And so I started beating myself up. What is wrong with me? Why am I like this? And then I started beating myself up for the emotion of jealousy that I was feeling toward my colleagues. So now I'm feeling inadequate, overwhelmed, and jealous. And then the shame comes. You shouldn't be feeling this way. You didn't work hard like those guys. You shouldn't be feeling jealous because you're an empowerment person. What are you doing? Spreading negative emotion like that. You should know better. So here I am feeling ashamed of my overwhelm, jealousy, whatever. And then I start feeling ashamed for my shame about the overwhelm and jealousy. You shouldn't feel ashamed. You know that shame is the great negative emotion multiplier. So what are you doing? You're supposed to be an emotional empowerment person, and now you're feeling ashamed? So now I feel, it just keeps on giving. It's like the inception of shame. It's like, now I feel ashamed for feeling ashamed about feeling shame about my jealousy and overwhelm. Like an onion that never ends, layer after layer after layer. Luckily, I know how to fix this, right? So you have this thing that's a problem. You feel, for me, in my case, I feel jealous. And then I feel ashamed of being jealous. And then I feel ashamed about being ashamed of being jealous. And then I feel ashamed about being jealous, right? So what you do is you get to the core of the problem. You take that which is the origination problem of that which, there's layers of shame around, and you tell somebody. I told a few of my friends, I'm feeling jealous of my colleagues. I'm feeling overwhelmed. And you know what they all said? Aiden, I get jealous too of this person and that person on social media. That person's taking trips. Aiden, I feel overwhelmed too. That I have too much work to do. I have this to do and that to do. You're human. And I found understanding for that which I was ashamed of. And then I thought about it, it's very true. Lots of people feel jealous and overwhelmed. Honestly, nobody is posting about the negative emotions that people are experiencing, but studies have shown that people who spend a lot of time on social media have feelings of jealousy and have feelings of overwhelm. So it's a normal thing that nobody talks about, but very much exists. When you share about that thing that you don't feel so great about, and other people share in your experience, that is a de-shaming process, because it goes to show you that even though you're having this feeling that you feel you shouldn't be having, it's a human experience that is shared by many others, okay? And that you are still lovable even though you have these negative emotions sometimes, and that it is totally normal. Shame is feeling completely alone, like there's something wrong with you because you're experiencing something you feel you should not. You follow? So the first step that you must do when you feel like you're ashamed of something or you have a part of you that you feel like is unacceptable, hiding it is not the answer. What you must do is do the opposite. Reveal it to someone. I will share another piece of very personal information. Look, I'm a recovering addict, right? And when I first released the book back in September, around that same time, I had a relapse. I found the releasing of my book kind of an overwhelming experience. And so I went out and I felt so much shame about it because here I am releasing a book about emotional well-being. In the meantime, practicing something that is completely bad for me. Y'all follow? You can see how that would be destabilizing. And I called my friend up and I said, this happened and I feel so bad. I feel so ashamed. I feel like a fraud. And she said something wonderful to me. She said, look, Aiden, listen, you never claimed that you were perfect. And the very reason why people would want to listen to you is because of how openly and honestly you share about your faults. And she's right. I talk about myself in the book and I talk about all the things that I've overcome and some of the things in there I'm not proud of. I talk about how I had an addiction and I had a GHB overdose at some dude's house, right? It's in the book. I wrote about how I had no way to make money as an undocumented immigrant. So I went and I was a Craigslist hooker for a hot minute. Not my proudest moment. I have a lot of moments where I was unkind and I was less than perfect and parts of me that I want to hide away. But actually, by doing the opposite, by putting it in the book and talking about it, I found actually that a lot of people have come to me and have been very, very, very supportive. I don't get a lot of trolls actually. I get people who want to support me and who relate to what I've been through and find power in it. And so I think telling the truth, no matter what is happening, and putting it out there and owning it really gives you all your power back. And it de-shames your experience. No one can have any power over you if you own whatever happened and move forward in a positive way with no secrets. It's very, very freeing. And so if you are in a perpetual state of shame, I would one at a time start sharing with other people that which you are ashamed of. It can be somebody on a phone, like I said, or it can be a good friend, or it can be on Reddit even. It's just so important that people feel less alone, because if you are hiding a piece of yourself away because you are ashamed, it actually is, no matter how many people around you say, I love you, you're amazing, you're my best friend, all of that, you will know that you're not revealing completely yourself. You're hiding a part of yourself away. And so the people around you are reacting to your fabricated facade that you're putting out and not the real you. The way to the real you is to discuss that which you are ashamed about. Okay? Very, very important. It is a very important step in self-love. And I hope that you will take the step if you are suffering from shame. There's nothing in this world that is so shameful that you will be cast out forever, okay? I used to be a hooker. I was HIV positive at 19. I've been mean. I've been pompous. I've been all kinds of things that I'm not proud of. But it was something that I did at the time that I thought was best for me in that circumstance, given what I knew. We all have embarrassing moments. So I just want you to walk away from this knowing that you're not alone, okay? And so There you go. That's my video message for the week. Listen, please, if you like this video, I'm gonna ask you to check out, I have a list right here. You must fight and honor your own value, okay? So that you can lean in the direction of what's important to you. Why you should care about being happy, that's another great video. And also what I learned from becoming HIV positive, all right? Love you guys, take care, and I will see you next week for Friday Feel Better newsletter. Bye.